Fear for Breakfast. We founded in 2021 during the pandemic, and pretty much at the time it was chaos, and so that's where the the word Fear for Breakfast came from. So fear we challenge folks every single day, not doing lunch, not dinner, not at nighttime, but early in the morning to face their fear. Fear could be anxiety, could be losing a loved one, just getting released from prison, public speaking. So many things related to challenges in life, and so that's the word fear for breakfast.
Tell me a little bit about, fundraising at your organization. Do you have a fundraising staff member or staff members? Kind of tell me a little bit about the structure of your organization and your experience with funding.
We are a very small nonprofit, and we build from the scratch up. We don't have a lot of support from anybody that have a big money, and so most of us are formerly incarcerated, pretty much. And so fundraising is always a challenge for us at the beginning, and even to today. Most of our structure is pretty much is simple. We reach out to folks in our community, uh, and even our family and a friend. Pretty much, we ask everybody, hey, we support Feed for Breakfast. We need help to provide this uh, service to the youth, for example, that a lot of these youth they need help, they need money, they need clothes, they need such and such and such, and so we always constantly try to looking for the way to fundraise. It's no doubt that's a lot of challenges because a lot of our team they don't have a big network. They just got released from prison, and so they pretty much and they don't have the experience, and so as much as we help them help them learn this process, sometimes it's terrifying. Like it's not easy to stand up in front of people and ask for money, and so but at the same time too, I will always be in that role and making sure that hey, I'm making sure I'm answering all the people. Even though I know that some of our team member a little bit terrified to do it, I still have to be being a role model for them to, get. Hopefully, I can influence them somehow, some way. And
It sounds like almost all, if not all, of your staff are really kind of wearing multiple hats. They have a lot of different responsibilities, and that's something that's you know pretty normal in nonprofits, right? We all share the responsibilities. We all carry the load of fundraising sometimes, just like communications, just like a lot of the administrative tasks. Um, how does, an event like this where you're getting access to potential funding relationships, how does that change, um, your internal operations and how your nonprofit is, achieving its mission?
you bring in the big community together, and you bring in all the resources and funding and all the stuff that uh, pretty much is there for us to go and get it pretty much. So that's why it's so important, and so I think it just also changed our way of doing fundraising as well. I think you teach us a lesson that it can help us, not just doing fundraising like the traditional fundraising that's supposed to, but also give us a lot of idea, pretty much, of how can we do better and like how can we bring the community, all the different organizations together and do fundraising at the same time. And so that's exactly what we have been learning from you all.
I love what you just said about there being multiple ways to fundraise. It's not just asking for money. It's not just applying for a grant, right? It is about building your community, making connections, finding people that care about your cause, or maybe need to be affected by your cause. And I think that is a very forward thinking, strategy in terms of fundraising. We all kind of need to be thinking of different ways we can continue to fund our mission.
Yeah, yeah. Add on to you just what you just said to Eric. I think our pitch session last year, we didn't come out with money, but we come out with something more, even more valuable than money. When we pitched to her, we asked for money. We didn't get the money because the money that we asked her it's not exactly matching with the goal of the bank at the time. Uh, but through this process, we also leverage the resource that we have at the time, which is our funder Stephanie. She is amazing, and so we exchange contact. We follow up into it, and we brought her in as a treasury for our board, and it changed a lot, and in a good way because we last year we dealing with compliance issue and uh, we don't have anybody can be able to guide us through this process and also the bookkeeping, the accountant. So we kind of weak. And then as far as operation, and so Stephanie, she very talented and she has a lot of experience. So she been working hand in hand with the treasury, with the bank, and so she, as far as compliance, budget, and the other stuff, is she's just super good. And we are so lucky to have Stephanie being involved with us. So without this whole process, without you and your program, Eric, without the consultant team, without Stephanie, we wasn't anywhere like where we at today. I feel very safe as far as when you deal with compliance, budget, and overall, she supporting and she helping us a lot. And so, uh, we feel like we're very lucky to have her. And so that's fundraising right there. You can call it as a, I think even I think it's better than the money that the time that we requesting. To be honest with you.